It took me 5 years of trying to start freelancing before I finally got it right. When I finally got serious about freelancing, I experienced more success than I had ever experienced in my past attempts. And the reason why was because I finally made a plan. I know that seems really obvious, but I was just floating. It was just hopes and vibes. The reason why I've been able to create such a successful business is because I asked myself some really important questions before I got started. I am going to go over the first part of the 7-question list that I asked myself when I finally got serious about freelancing. The first question was, why now? Why am I getting serious today? After 5 years of kind of flailing around, what made today different? And that question was really important because that why is something that I have to go back to over and over again, especially when things get difficult or when I'm faced with a decision and I don't know what to do. I have to stop and ask myself, wait a second, why did I start doing this in the first place? And for me, it was really about freedom and autonomy. After years of moving up the ladder at different PR agencies, even though I had a bigger title and a bigger salary, I was doing less of what I wanted to do somehow, not more of it. I wasn't in control. I couldn't say no when I wanted to say no. I felt like I just was sort of stuck. And I felt like, to be honest, my only option is to try to freelance because that's the only thing that I haven't successfully tried to see if I could actually create something that I really could enjoy long term. Second question I asked myself is, what will I specialize in? I had made a lot of mistakes before trying to do it all, marketing and social and paid and things that aren't really my wheelhouse. And ultimately I realized I'm just a traditional PR girl. I like to pitch media and come up with media strategy. I love the rush of seeing my clients get stories placed and get really big coverage for them. So that's where I wanted to focus. I am going to stick with traditional media relations and really just focus in on that. The third question, very related, not only what will my focus be, but what will my industry be? Over the years, I've touched a lot of different industries and sectors. I spent time doing travel, which I actually really enjoyed, and I thought about returning to it. Other types of consumer work, corporate work, but ultimately I wanted to stick with what I've been doing for the last several years, which is really advocacy and social impact and culture-driven work. So that's where I decided to stay. That's what I'm doing right now, and that's what I'm loving to do. And coming up with those sort of answers for myself on the front end has allowed me to intentionally build a business that really works for me now. So now I have a lot more control over my time. Answering the first question, I really primarily focus on pitching media. Answering my second question, and my clients across the board are all in the advocacy and social impact space. The answer to my third question. So since I came up with those things from the beginning, now I'm doing what I wanted to do because I made the right decisions along the way. I will come back with another video with the last questions that I asked myself because this video is getting a little long. But if you want to take a look at the full list of questions, I have created a worksheet that you can download at the link in the bio or in the caption. Free download, fillable worksheet, so you can go in, write down your answers, be able to go back and look at it later. But again, something that I really think is important, and I encourage anybody to do if you want to start freelancing seriously, you have to ask yourself these questions at the beginning so you can make the right decisions along the way.